What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Ben gaming video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as always. Just to say again, I am streaming more on Twitch now, so please come follow me. The link is in the description below. We have some fun there. We're going to play lots of different games, and hopefully you can come join because it's just good. It's just good fun to interact with my audience in a live setting. So without further ado, let's get into this video though today. Please leave a like and subscribe as well. Always helps me out. So, PlayStation Portable, right? This has been something that I've loved. I loved the first PSP. I loved the PSP Go that they even did, the sliding up one. Although it was digital only, it's kind of too advanced for the market at that time. Which was really, really interesting. And I also loved the PS Vita. I thought it was a fantastic console. It was really, really good. You had some games that were actually looking pretty decent, like the Uncharted. I can't remember the first, the Uncharted game that was on the PS Vita, but it was amazing. On that OLED screen, it looked absolutely insane. Again, that was ahead of its time. This week, we've had some rumors around a kind of new PSP console for this generation. But unfortunately, looking at this, it is looking like this Q Lite console is for remote play. So two different sources both agree that Sony is on the cusp, of announcing a new portable, but it won't be anything like the PS Vita. That's very unfortunate. It's easy to lose track of the amount of new hardware Sony allegedly has in development at the moment between talks with PS5 Slim, PS5 Pro, and obviously the PlayStation 6, but the most mysterious is an unknown new device that was first hinted at earlier this week. The usually reliable Tom Henderson didn't offer any details, but fans quickly surmised that some kind of new handheld console was one of the most likely explanations. In a follow-up article, he has now confirmed that, saying that its codename Q Lite and is primarily, meant for remote play. This means it's not something that can play games natively like a PSP or a PS Vita or something like the Steam Deck on the Switch now, but instead needs a PS5 to play its games remotely. Henderson said it's not primarily intended for cloud streaming, but it could surely be used for that as well. So, there's some more stuff here. It looks like it's going to be supporting streaming at 1080p 60 FPS, which is really, really cool. Yeah, I mean, from my point of view, guys, now, I'm more of a PC gamer anyway, so this isn't something I would want because I'm not going to stream my PC games to this because it's a PlayStation thing. I'm more on the page of I love devices like the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck that I have sitting on my desk, sitting by my bedside, is one of my favorite devices in such a long time, along with the Nintendo Switch and various other handheld PC consoles as well that are on the market. I don't have them, but those kind of things are my favorite. I personally love to play games natively. I just prefer that whole system of downloading a game, playing it natively. No, you're not getting any, lag in terms of, communication between servers. Where I live, the internet's just not good enough for me to go out to different places and be able to stream games from my home console over the network to wherever I am. 4G and 5G in the UK, and in many places in the UK, still 3G is not as good as it is in many other countries. We are not, the top of the line with having 5G available in all locations. We don't even have 4G in certain locations in this country. So this is something that just isn't for me personally. I know this is the future. I know streaming games is the future, but I still think at the moment the hardware is king, and having a console like, again, the Steam Deck that can play games, they're actually stored on the system rather than just streaming it from somewhere, is just the better solution. I also do question, how is this going to work? For example, I have a PS5 physical console with physical discs, and if if it's saying it streams from your PS5 console, what if I am on holiday in, for example, I'm going to Corfu this year, and I have Last of Us Part 1, the disc, in my console, but I want to switch to Horizon Zero Dawn, the disc, but I don't have the disc in my console. So I can only play the game that's digitally installed on my system without having to go back home, change the disc, and go back. Like, is that how this is going to work? It seems like that could be the case, which is unfortunate. But then on the other side of things, I understand why they're doing this. And at the same time, okay, let's say they did release a hardware-based PS Vita, then it's like, well, you're not going to be able to obviously use your physical discs on a system that's this big. Like, it's just not going to work. So, and you'd have to have separate games again, and that's exactly the sort of thing that killed the PSP and the handheld systems of back then. Those wouldn't work today. You know, there's stuff like the Switch where you can actually play your main games on the go, and Switch again is one of my favorite consoles, but because I'm a PC gamer, I'm kind of tied into Steam. I don't want to have to again go back to buying 2 versions of the game. Let's say I want to play Lego Star Wars on my PC, and I also want to play it on my Switch when I'm on holiday or wherever I am in the world, then, you know, at the end of the day, I got to buy that twice. So Steam Deck, in my personal opinion, was the better option. Unfortunately, I don't like the size of it too as much, but it's still a very, very good system. And I'm hoping we get more down the line on PC, like we were talking about with the Asus ROG Ally this week. So, yeah, so, you know, PS Vita, or whatever they're going to call this, the, what do they say it was? The Q Lite, the Q Lite seems to be something that is a thing, is being worked on. Again, it's for streaming. If you like that route, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, because I'm always interested. Do you guys ever stream games to your phone? I used to do it sometimes when I used to work in an office, and I had a lunch break and I wanted to stream my Xbox games through, you know, xCloud to my phone. Hated it. Didn't work at all for me because the input delay was just so tragic at that point where I was working, and the signal, I had 4G, but the input delay was so awful it became unplayable. And the pixelation, I was just like, screw it, I'd rather play on my Switch at the time or Steam Deck, you know, when I'm out, rather than having this pixelated experience. You know, I don't want to experience these story games in a pixelated, crappy manner through a phone streaming, you know, service. It's just not for me. I'd rather experience it natively. So let me know what you guys think. That's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.